Wow. There we go. All right. How's it going? Oh, here we go. Give me one more minute. Anybody got any big wins to share? Feel free to share before I get started here. Oh, come on. There we go. Right. Okay. All right, let's get started. Oh my gosh, Laura says she signed a client for 25K annually. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. If you are newer to our audience, I'd love to hear where you are coming from, where you found us. If you've been in our audience for a while, that means we're friends. And I would love if you said hi, of course. What we're going to be talking about today is I am going to be sharing with you guys what I'm currently calling the three magic wands of marketing. All right, we're going to be talking about the three magic wands of marketing and high ticket client getting, right? In North Carolina, just came across you on Facebook, new to boot camp. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And so that is what we're going to be talking about today. I'm super excited to dive into this. And so what this looks like is we're going to be talking about magic. And when I refer to magic, friends, I'm not referring to just things happening because they simply happen. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about an acronym that we use over here at Team AJD. Magic actually stands for something. Magic stands for my authenticity gets ideal clients. Now, what is an ideal client, right? What's an ideal client for you? Actually, let's make this engaging. Why don't you tell me in the comments, what's an ideal client for you? Because I'm going to assume at this point, an ideal client is not going to be someone who pushes back on your prices, who questions everything that you do, who says, oh, can you just actually bill me hourly? Or I'm actually just interested in somebody who can do it for less. Or why are you doing it this way? Or can you actually use our spreadsheet over here? Can you use my technology? Actually, I'd prefer if you use Wave because that's free, right? You're looking for somebody who is going to pay your fees and not question it. You're looking for somebody who's going to stay for the long term, right? You're looking for somebody who, when things get hot, they're not going to melt away like a snowman, right? Somebody who doesn't have a carrot nose, who doesn't melt come springtime, or when they get stressed out, is like, oh, I'm a little stressed about money, so I'm going to stop paying you next month. We're not looking for those types of clients. We're looking for people who are motivated, who are loyal, who are looking for partnerships, right? And so it's your job to step up as the advisor, right? It's your job to step up and be that partner for them. And a lot of times what I see in the market of accounting, bookkeeping, financial advisors, profit strategists, what I see is a lot of times we want to catch these whales with our little kayaks, right? We have our little kayak. We're trying to catch all these whales. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is we're looking for these high ticket clients, but we really have we have no idea where to start. We are severely underprepared for that. Like, I'm going to get high ticket clients. I'm going to the high ticket client realm, right? But get your kayak, right? Little fishing pole with maybe you have some crappy, what is that? Net. It's really for goldfish, right? You get out there, you see a whale, and you're like, oh shit, that thing is not going to fit in my kayak. So, what do we do to actually get those types of clients? We need to be prepared. We need to show up with the type of equipment that would actually catch one, right? And it ain't going to be a kayak. And so, this idea, this thought process of if we want to attract something, a certain type of person into our space, we need to become that before we have it, right? And so I could say the same for myself. If I want to have a $10 million per year company, I need to act as if I am a $10 million per year company in order to have it. So if you want to have clients that are worth $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000 per year, you need to act as if you are someone who's available to accept them. Right? We're going to get into the tactical, practical. We're going to get into the strategy, and I'm going to reveal to you and talk about what these 3 magic wands of the high ticket client realm are. We'll get there. I'm going to talk about all of that. Before I get there, though, I want to kind of break some of this down. So, who are you being right now? How are you acting? Are you trading right now? Are you trading service and getting only what you're willing to give? If you only give a certain level of yourself, say $500 worth of service, you will only be available to receive $500 worth of money. Right? But if you give $10,000 worth of service, maybe you'll be available to receive $10,000 worth of clients. So who are you being? How are you showing up right now? What kind of equipment are you bringing to the show? What kind of fishing pole did you bring? Right? Are we ready to catch a whale? Are we still looking for goldfish? So I want you to think about that. And in fact, I'd love for you to share that with me in the comments. Who are you really being right now? Do you have an expectation that you're going to get high ticket clients, but you really haven't been giving to the universe and giving to your audience and giving to the people around you something that would really elicit receiving more? There's a word for that. Entitled. That might trigger some of you. Entitled. I posted once, I got new clients. No clients showed up. I went live once and no one was on there. Entitled. Are you showing up to serve in a way that would elicit a 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 client to come knock on your door? Or are you really giving out energy that says you deserve a $200, $300, $400, $500 client? I want to hear it in the comments. And I have the rest of the day available. Grade yourselves. Corinne says, I'm looking for the whale, but I know I'm not showing up that way. Ashley says, I needed to hear this. Definitely giving off lower price vibes. Laura says, I'm in the kayak. Who else? Tracy says, I'm not showing up that way currently. Krista says, I'm not confident that I deserve that high, so I got to work on that. I would say I'm definitely showing up for higher ticket clients after the accident. Everything happens for a reason. Great message to act as it. Yes. I'm not showing all that way. I'm not showing all that way because I want to give everything away and I need to stop. I still need to eliminate mind trash. I'm not in a kayak, but I'm not in a big enough boat yet. Yes. Okay. Amazing. Love the feedback here. Okay. Not sure if I'm showing up or if I am just taking a goldfish pull. Okay. So that being said, right? Kind of need to evaluate ourselves and think about, how am I showing up? Who am I being, right? And this is what we often think about, the outcome that we want, right? We think about the outcomes that we want. We think about the macro outcome, right? We want higher ticket clients. We want to make more money. We want more revenue. Ultimately, that's the macro outcome. Just like your clients have a macro outcome, a macro outcome. And then there's micro outcomes to that. I'm just going to say that the rest of this entire talk. Crumbs. They're just all crumbs. Laura's writing this down. She's like, hold up, crumbs. Alyssa says there's crumbs. Crumbs to follow. There's micro outcomes, right? And so if we know the macro, the big outcome you want is to get higher ticket clients. You want to get paid more for the value that you create for these people. What is the micro to that? Well, the micro is, I'm trying to let people in this room. Allie, are you on this call with me today? She is here. Allie, can I make you a co-host so you can let people in the room for me? That would be amazing. Thank you so much. That'd be great. Thanks. Okay. Then I'll just let me know when you're leaving. So at a micro level, right? What do we want to do more of? Well, we want to show up, right? You want to show up for more. You want to be consistent. You want to have a better marketing message, right? You want to have higher ticket fees. You want to make sure that you're attracting the right people, right? You could write all of these things down. And maybe you know what these are for yourself, right? You're like, I want to know exactly what to do every single day, right? I want somebody to hold me accountable. I want to feel accountable to knowing how to get these higher ticket clients. I want to have more people in my audience. So all of these little things all add up, to this macro outcome, this big outcome that you want, this big result. And so at the end of the day, if we look at this big outcome and then all these little outcomes that all add up to that, right? You have to ask yourself, well, am I being the type of person who would ultimately get that result based on the actions that I'm taking every single day? Based on the actions that I take every day, because it's not about what you do in a year, right? We severely overestimate what we can do, right, in a month, right? We severely overestimate it. We think everything can happen so quickly, right? Everything can happen, but it's all of those little micro commitments that you make for yourself. If you just do 10, 15, 20% more than you did yesterday, all of those little micro commitments for yourself, what could they add up to? Right? And so you likely want to know, well, what are the micro commitments that I need to make in order to add up to that macro commitment, right? And here's the thing. This is what most of you are here for. You want to know, well, how do I get those high ticket clients? How do I catch the whales? And so what I promised you at the very beginning of this is that I would reveal some of that for you, right? I told you I would tell you about these wants, right? So I just want to pull up something for myself so I can reference it. I need a reference point so I don't forget some of the things I want to talk about today. So just give me one minute here. So if you're on this call, it's likely because you're also interested in finding out how to get high ticket clients. So most of the clients that we're working with right now are able to get 3 to 5 high ticket clients per month, right? And it's through a client attraction strategy. And I've really broken this strategy down into these 3 keys. And I'm going to call them, for the sake of this call, I'm going to call them our 3 magic wands. I like magic. I said in the beginning of the call, we're calling this, this magic is my authenticity gets ideal clients. So this strategy, you're going to be able to implement. You're going to be able to download it, put it right into your business without cold messaging any strangers. And here's the deal. I decided to do this. I decided to create this strategy when the only strategy that was ever given to me was to cold message people on LinkedIn. The first coach I ever hired, I paid him $3,000, and his entire strategy was, Alyssa, I want you to send out 100 LinkedIn connection requests a day, and I want you to message 100 people a day, every single day, 5 days a week. And I said, that's it? I paid you $3,000 for you to tell me to do that? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, this is garbage. You are trash. Thank you very much. Goodbye. And so guess what? My first investment wasn't that great, was it? But I will let you know, I made like $17,000 3 months later. Because why? Because I figured out, and I'm going to break this down for you in a few minutes. I figured out what the strategy was, and I made it work for myself. I'm going to tell you what it was. I'll tell you why his strategy worked for some people, not for me, but I will tell you why it worked for some people. This strategy that I'm going to talk to you guys about, this client attraction strategy, the moneymaker strategy, we don't have to spend ads. Not in the beginning. There's a time and place for that. But I want to make sure you know how to get high ticket clients before you spend a fortune on ads, especially if you don't understand them. And then without wasting any time, because we don't have time to waste, right? We're all very busy. So over the last 6 years, I've been now online for 6 years. Over the last 6 years, I have spent hundreds of hours, hundreds of thousands of hours, not only understanding the accounting industry, because that was my initial place in the world, but also understanding the marketing space, not just so I could help myself make more money, but also so I can help you guys make more money, right? That was my whole deal. I was like, listen, I'm going to help myself, but I want to make sure I can help all of these people just like me, make more money online. And I did all this through using social media. And so the first place I ever did this was using Facebook groups and using social media profiles, right? And so Facebook profiles, Instagram, Facebook groups, using content marketing to connect with people. The reason that this strategy, that this first coach I ever hired worked, it's related to these 3 wands that I'm going to tell you guys about right now. Because it's the same marketing strategy that you can find anywhere, right? It's broken down to 3 things. The first wand, the first magic wand, is growing your audience. You have got to have consistent growth every single day. You have got to have a strategy to grow your audience every single day with the people that are your ideal clients, right? So you have to know who those people are, and you have to be able to find a way to connect with them on a daily basis, right? And so I broke down that strategy. And so there's so many ways of doing this, right? You can run ads, right? You can connect with them on LinkedIn, right? And so I didn't want to just be messaging people, right? And so that was why, but I was like, okay, so what is this? Well, I just need to make sure I bring people into my audience. And so that's what it was. I broke down why this strategy wouldn't work for me, but how could I create a strategy that would work for me? And so 6 years ago, I figured this out and I was like, okay, can this work for me if I do something different? Of course, I figured out a way to do it. So growing your audience every single day. Next part, next magic wand, you need to do every single day. Remember, these are your micro commitments. What are you doing? So who are you being? Now what are you doing? That's what we're talking about right now, right? Nurturing that audience every single day. How are you nurturing them? And I don't mean nurturing them like putting out memes that say bookkeeper tip number 2. Okay? No, that is not what we're here to do, because that is not how we catch whales, friends. Because in order to get a high ticket client, so this is the playing field, right? If we're in high ticket client realm, if you want somebody to see you as an authority, which we do, right? We want somebody to see you as an authority. They cannot believe that you're on the same playing field as them. They have to believe and know that you are elevated, that you know more about the subject matter than they do. If you say credits and debits are different, if you look at your bank account every day, you're gonna be better off than you were yesterday, they're gonna be like, yeah, cool story, right? Like, tips are not enough to take somebody who is highly intellectual, who is someone who has done well in business, who is potentially a multi-6-figure, 7-figure, multi-7-figure earner. It's not going to be enough to get them to say, oh, wow, this person really is going to help me get what I want, right? And so if you went online and you bought the 300 pack of memes, I bought them, by the way. It was me. I bought them to see what they were. They were a dumpster fire. gosh, I hope the person who I bought them from doesn't ever come onto my social media because they will see me talking some serious trash. I asked for a refund. I was like, can I please get a refund? These are not good. And they were like, no. I was like, okay, fine. I give up. I will cut it off as a loss. It's a loss for me because I was doing some market research. I wanted to see, it was research and development. I wanted to see what I was playing with here. So here's the thing, budgets and forecasting is not a bad thing to talk about. That is much better than some of these memes that I'm seeing. Okay. So it's just, I'm seeing some memes that are just like a guy holding up, like, here's a P&L. Like, that's not it. It's not going to be it, right? You need to have a compelling content that is going to, hear me out, going to take your ideal client and bring them closer to making a what? Buying decision. A buying decision, not a, oh, that's what a P&L, that's the difference between a P&L and a balance sheet, right? A buying decision. They need to see you as someone who can help them do what? Get results. You need to be the person who is going to get them results. So you need to identify for them that you're the person who can get them the result, right? So you are nurturing them into knowing and believing and trusting that you are the authority. You're going to bring them closer to a buying decision because you're the person and the only person that could get them results, right? We are competing on economics. It's between you and the other choice that they have. We're competing on economics. Want you to think about this, right? What other choices do they have? You or do nothing, stay where they are. You or hire the shit person over here. You or this. Give them the other option and give it to them often. We are competing on economics. You guys have a choice every single day. You show up to my lives. You have an option. You stay where you are right now, or you continue, or you choose to work with me. Many of you on here have already chosen that decision. You've already chose to be part of our boot camp. You've already chose to be part of our mastermind, right? You have options. We're competing on economics, right? You stay where you are. You take a chance with another coach. Take a chance with another marketer, right? It's up to you. The choice is yours. You give them the other option. So, that is magic wand number 2. Magic wand number 3. We call it sold before the call. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably hate selling. I hate sales. I don't like it at all. It's not fun for me. So I don't sell. I market. I give people the option through my marketing. I let people know what is available to them through consultative and advisory conversations. But what is so amazing about marketing is when your marketing message is so incredibly clear because you have defined in your nurturing that we just talked about who you work with, how it works, what you're going to do for them, what other options they have, right? When it's so incredibly clear, when you've brought them closer to making that buying decision, by the time they get on the call, what do you think it is? A formality, friends. They're like, whatever you're selling, I bought it. What am I doing on this call? Can we just move forward, please? Those are the types of calls we like to do. And in fact, I'll tell you a secret. We don't even like to do calls with people unless they've gone through our boot camp. Because we know every single person who has gone through our boot camp or gone through our content in some way, they're already sold, right? It's like we want them to be so nurtured and so warm that the call is a formality. The call is like, yeah, what do I have to do to just get in? Please let me in it. What is next, right? What are the next steps? They're begging us by that point, right? And so that's what you want for your clients. Your ideal client, you want them sold before the call. So if you're on this call and you're asking yourself, well, Alyssa, how can I get all of these magic wands? How can I get these tools from you? I have good news. I have a place you can do that. In our 30-day Moneymaker Bootcamp. If you haven't seen us marketing it, well, I don't know how, because we've been marketing it quite a bit. We start December 5th. It is 30 days of showing you exactly what to do every single day, every micro commitment that you're going to make. And here's the deal. Managing this system is going to take you less than 25 minutes a day, right? I've actually recorded myself doing this in less than 25 minutes. There is an actual recording of me doing it in less than 25 minutes. Maybe the first couple times you do it, it won't take you 25 minutes. It might take you a little longer. Is there a learning curve? Of course. The first time you do anything, there might be a little bit of a learning curve, right? Is it worth it? I would say yes, considering many of our clients leave booking 30K annual clients, right? Annualized revenue, sometimes multiple 30K annualized revenue clients, right? While many of our competitors are struggling in their high ticket masterminds that are worth 10K, 12K to get their clients booked with clients, have them spending 2K per month on ads, we are fully booked out. Our clients are fully booked. And here's the deal. I can make a lot of promises and they could just be promises. This could be smoke and mirrors, right? I could tell you, hey, I'm going to make sure you guys get high ticket clients. I could say that all day long. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it a step further. What I'm going to do is I'm going to guarantee that you will get a high ticket client in our 30-day boot camp worth 10x your investment with us. Just a little bit of chaos happening in front of me. Worth 10x your investment with us in our 30-day Moneymaker Bootcamp, or we will work with you until you do. So you'll book at minimum one high ticket client worth 10x your investment, or we will work with you until you do. You heard that right. Here's some of the things that you're going to get access to. Step-by-step training curriculum. You're going to get your hands on the systems and processes that ourselves use and our clients in our highest level mastermind. They have access to this as well. They do our boot camp because they love our boot camp, right? Whoever's in here that's in our highest level mastermind, they know they're here. Some of them can talk about it. They participate in our boot camp. Why? Because it's great, because it works, because they get results, just like the people in boot camp. You're going to get a one-on-one implementation call, right? while most programs think that they're offering world-class service, we want to make sure that you're actually getting world-class service. We want to make sure that you are implementing exactly what you should be implementing in your, yes, it is worth going back to boot camp over and over and over again. We want to make sure it's worth your time, right? To do that implementation call and get started right off the bat. And so you know everything that you should be doing and that you don't get left behind, that if you have any questions, you get those answered. You're going to be part of the clients only Facebook group where you can meet and network with other successful accountants, bookkeepers, financial coaches, and professionals who are where you are and also who have achieved what you're looking to achieve. We have multi six-figure and even seven-figure accountants and financial pros in this community. You're also going to get access to weekly live Zoom calls with me where I go over the content that you're going to be putting out. The content is done for you. It says copy, paste, and modify, right? Copy, paste, modify for your niche. There is 90 days worth of content in Bootcamp. So if you don't like exactly what you're seeing on a specific week or a specific day, there's other content that you can go grab for yourself if you want to use something different. For our Mrs. Claus Cyber Monday, Cyber Week bonus, we are offering an in-person or virtual event ticket. So you have the opportunity to meet me, my team of coaches, support staff, and our wildly successful clients at our next in-person event, which is in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. That is going to be April 20th through the 22nd of 2023. If for whatever reason you're unable to come in person, the virtual option will be available to you. Of course, we're also offering that risk-free guarantee just because we want to make that decision even easier for you. So, what if your niche is one that's different from those out there? I have not met a niche that I don't think this will work for. So I'd love to hear it. I'm going to drop the link for this for you guys. If anyone has any questions about Bootcamp and about what's included, I would love to hear those. Many of our clients have been able to successfully book 30K clients and even more. Corinne says that she's done it at least 4 times. Corinne is in our mastermind as well. One thing that the page doesn't mention is that this is also a competition. We give away money at the end. So first place, you get $1,000. Second place is $500. Third place is $250. So this is the competition. I'm going to share my screen here. I'll show you guys exactly what we're going to be looking for. And I'm going to announce all of this. We get started on December 5th. I'll show you exactly how it's going to run this time. So you go into the Bootcamp habit tracker. And so this round, what my expectations are going to be is that you are going to track all of your habits. So you're going to do your daily post every day. So you're going to get this beautiful habit tracker. And my expectation is that every single day when you do all of your habits, you have all this checked off. The people who do every single one of their habits and submit this are going to be the people who are going to be entered in to win the cash prizes. So we're going to be looking for these habit trackers this round. And then obviously it goes based on Facebook group engagement. We also have some fun prizes like biggest cheerleader, highest earner, some things like that. So we give away gifts, we give away cash. It's overall really fun. Do I sell it that way? Not as much anymore, mostly because I don't know that every round we're gonna do the cash prizes anymore. We're gonna do it for this round in December. We might do it in January, but then I think we're gonna go down to quarterly cash prizes. So it'll depend. Heather got the 1K. Ash says Alyssa's boot camp and post helped me find and close a 75K client. Awesome. I can give you some examples of the content that we give you guys as well. Anyone on here have questions about boot camp? Going to Kajabi. Oh, I feel like you just sent it to me. Oh yeah, she did. There we go. Okay, so every single week you follow a posting cadence and we give you these posting cadences. So here is one of the posts that you get. So it's basically ad lib style, where we have you fill in like your date, time. We have you fill in your niche. So different types of things like this. Yeah, Laura, why don't you start with everybody else? That would be great to start on 12.5. Awesome, awesome. I have a business page. Cedric, I would email team@alyssajdillon.com. Tracy, I would use, you don't have to use a group, but I would either use a personal page or a group. A business page is not going to give you very much each. It wouldn't give you very much reach. Love all the wins in here. Good stuff. And then I know there's a lot of questions for the people who have already done boot camp. Private, I would make your group private. For those of you who, I know that we're doing a promo right now for the free ticket to Moneymaker Live, and you're already in boot camp. There is a lot of questions that were coming through to my team about like, hey, I'm already in boot camp. If you do the boot camp plus, you will get a ticket to Moneymaker Live. So we can do the same promo, boot camp plus. And for those of you who are like, oh, what's boot camp plus? What is that? Boot camp plus is the continued subscription. So if you want to stay part of boot camp, because you love it, because you want to continue to participate, because you want to continue to get the content that we create, because you don't want to create your own content, and you like post it, you like our posts that we develop for you. That's what that is. So we write all of the content. Me and my copywriters write it all. So we started that about 4 months ago now, and it's going really well. We've gotten a lot of great feedback on it. We put some course material in there to like help you with sales, help you with marketing, things like that. And then we add in the copy, paste, and modify content for you. So if you're interested. Yeah, Travis. is right on our replay vault. I can give you guys the link to the replay vault right now. Let me grab it. So if you guys want to bookmark this page, if you ever need it, if you ever miss these meetings, they get uploaded onto moneymakermeeting.com backslash replay vault. If you ever miss the meetings, and so you could see all of them. It's basically like Alyssa Tube there. You could watch all of them. There's some good stuff on there. If you guys are wondering about the background noise, my stepdad is here putting my treadmill together. Hopefully he's putting it together and not ruining it. He doesn't think that joke is funny. All right. Who's in boot camp? Who's doing 12-5? Who's starting with us on Monday? Just a heads up, we have our first call. It starts at 11:30 on Monday. So 11:30, and they're always on Mondays. And once you're in, like, we don't kick you out. So it is a lifetime program. And again, we will work with you until you get that first high ticket client. This is a guarantee. Awesome. There is a guarantee. So we're going to work with you until you get your first high ticket client. And we work with you beyond that. So, but we want to make sure. So we just had somebody recently who made a comment like, oh, I haven't gotten a client yet. And so I just had her get on our Zoom call, and we did Q&A, and I walked her through some things that she could be doing better and showed her some areas. I was like, hey, go back to this training because we talked about this. So I had her go through this training, and I showed her some stuff on her profile. I did specific training with her that was specific to her niche and specific to her people. And some of you were on that call. And it was, I mean, I stood up and we did some stuff on my whiteboard here. So it's like, it is coaching for you guys. It's not like, here's a course, good luck. It is very much like, I'm going to work with you guys until you get that, which tell me another program for $297 where you're going to get that. Please show me the way. Tell me, find it. Please let me know. I want to see it. I'm not kidding. I want to see it. I do. It is a unicorn program. I was just talking with, and not to like toot my own horn here, but I was just talking with my ads agency, and they were like, so, you're telling, like, they couldn't believe it. They're like, so you're doing all of this for $297? Denise, did you drop your niche in here? Did you post it in here? I didn't see it. I'm willing to answer a question on it right now. Tell me what your niche is. We can talk about it right now. I'm here until 2. So they were like, we need to get more people in your boot camp, Alyssa. Yes, Travis. You have to watch the beginning of my video. It's very polarizing to that. Yeah, watch the link I dropped. Do you have the link I dropped to the program? Here. Watch just there's an 8-minute video about it too. There we go. Oh, that was not just to Denise. Hold on. I'm gonna just drop the link again. But even my ads manager people were like, we need to get more people in this program, Alyssa. And I was like, I know. But they were very, very surprised at the results that we get. And, they work with hundreds of people, right? And they were like, these are the type of results you're getting in here. Like I was showing them screenshots and everything. And they're like, this is a unicorn program. Like we need to get this into more hands of more of your ideal clients. Like this is crazy. And I was like, right. And they're like, well, why aren't you charging more for it? And I was like, because it's not my mission to make more money off of this program. My mission, and I'll tell you guys, I'll be honest, my mission is to get more people in my mastermind. But this is my jump starter, right? Like if I get you in here, you'll fall in love, right? You fall in love with us. You are like, this is amazing. This gets you started. But here's the other thing. It's like, if your goal isn't to ultimately scale your company, then my mastermind isn't for you. Boot camp was developed for people who just wanted to make some money, who were like me when I got started. I mean, if I think back to when I first got started, my real goal was to just make like $1,500 to pay my groceries, right? To pay the bills and just take care of my kids. And so it's like, I wanted to create something for those people, right? It was like, I just want to create something for them. And ultimately, if the goal is to scale your company, then yes, our mastermind is for you because that's where we're going to teach you ads. We're going to teach you higher level marketing strategies. But at the end of the day, it's like, I didn't want to ask people to come join our mastermind if that's not what they wanted, right? So that's how boot camp came about. Okay. So Denise, audit readiness and where it will help industries with accounting to be ready for audits. Yeah, I love that. And so I think for you, it's going to be, I'm going to have to help you with how to create the content, some of the content around that. You could definitely use some of our content, but I can show you how to do research around creating content around that. My niche is private independent financial advisors who don't need red tape getting authorizations to use. Yeah. Awesome. 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 Good stuff. Brock says, hi, good night. Okay. What about life coaches for your niche, Heather? It's funny. We just did a talk on coaches as a niche on the last camp call. Heather, very, very tough. Oh, could a life coach join? Yes, our old content would be good for a life coach. Yeah. So it's not old in that it's bad. It's so we used to run boot camp as a general. So we have stuff for like when I just shared my screen a few minutes ago. Oh, not this one. Sorry. Hold on. You'll notice I talk about like the engagement post. I talk about examples include, and I just give examples of an engagement post, right? And so a life coach could potentially do this. And so I give you the content, but I also tell you what an engagement post is, why it's important, what it's for, how to use it, how to develop your own. So the whole strategy can be used for a life coach. Specifically, I'll tell you, I speak and I have had, I've made a lot of money in the coaching space. Most people don't know this because I don't talk about it on my platform, but I used to have a mastermind for coaches with another partner. So I don't talk about it here, but she's more than welcome to join the bootcamp as well. And if you want to find out how to get your affiliate link, I am the worst person to ask about that, but you could email team@alyssajDillon.com. I think we do a 20%. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, good. And Tiffany, one of our team members, is on here and she can help you as well. All right, friends. Let's see. I am going to go. I think I have a fairly new team meeting. That is gonna start at 2:00 now. Maybe I'm wrong. Ah, I just looked at the wrong day. It said parent teacher conference today, which I hope is not true because I'm not gonna be at it. All right, well, super excited. Who's gonna win boot camp this round? Who's taking home the 1K? Cedric says he is. Or is it Heather? Heather, you just won, right? Denise taking down home that 1K. All right, well, I'll see you guys. Brock, I know you asked for the summary. I'll drop one more time the replay vault, the replays. Do I have education? I have quite a bit of an education. I do. From both a private college, Rochester Institute of Technology, and also the School of Hard Fucking Knocks. But if Brock came to mess with me, he's trying to mess with the wrong girl, let me tell you. There's a replay vault. This usually gets uploaded in about 24 hours. All right, love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.